For today's video, I decided to choose a nation from one of your suggestions in the comments. We will be starting our journey as Qara Qoyunlu, the black sheep Turkomans that can unlock a unique government reform, turning them into the mini Ottomans. This nation has strong starting cavalry focused traditions and gets more cav bonuses from the massive mission tree with tons of flavor and potential rewards including a second golden age. Let's see if we can dominate the Middle East and destroy the great powers surrounding us. So here we are as Qara Qoyunlu. From the first glance it might seem that we have a really strong nation. We have tons of soldiers, tons of provinces as well, and over 175 development. However, there are some strong underlying issues. One of them is the religious unity. Even though we follow the Shia religion, we have only 32% religious unity because most of our provinces are Sunni and we also have some Coptic provinces. So this greatly increases our national unrest, stab cost modifier is going through the roof, and we also have some yearly corruption. The second big issue is the privilege that is granted by default called Emirs of Baghdad. And what this does, in most of our richest provinces, it gives us the modifier which increases minimum local autonomy by 10 and monthly autonomy change plus 0.20. This really screws our economy, and from the very start we are losing money. Now to fix this, we need to either complete the mission Emirs of Mesopotamia, for which we need to have at least 40% crown lands, 5 privileges granted to Emirs or 2 agendas completed, and 60 loyalty. However, another way to get rid of the modifier is to simply wait for a specific event which allows you to abolish it. And I think in this run we will be waiting for the event. It should happen early. So let's not save our crownlets, and for the estates we will still pick +1 mana points. Let's go with oversight for Ulema for the additional loyalty. Religious diplomats is gonna be nice. Around us there are pretty much no Shia nations except for Mushasha. So depending who we will attack later, we might pick expansion as zealotry. For Emirs, we will pick Supremacy or the Sultanate. I also like to go with Emirs officer rights. Indebted to the Merchant Guild loans, let's pick Promote Merchant Guild's bookkeeping. And at least in the early parts of the campaign, most of our money comes from taxation, so we can pick Merchant Guild's financial demand and later on revoke it once it's not really that much useful. For Dhimmi, we can grant additional reform, progress growth, and religious unity. And honestly, I think this will be it. However, one more privilege would be Patronage of the Arts, and we will grant this right after disinheriting our ruler, which as you can see, there's no debate that needs to get out of here. So now after doing this, we will gain not 15 prestige but 25 instead, as our prestige is at negative. Let's summon the diet, check what we have here. Would be nice to get some claims because our mission tree actually doesn't give us perma claims or even normal claims that we could use from the next month. Because to get our first claims we need to complete Stabilize the Interior, for which we need not only a strong army but also all of our subject countries need to have 190 opinion of us, and we do have 2 subjects. It's gonna take time. So we will rely on normal claims and what we can get here. In my case, I can get a claim on Ajam's provinces, so might as well. And let's finally seize lands. Now we can click some national decisions, giving us a general, reduced national unrest, and missionary strength versus heretics doesn't really matter that much because I don't intend on staying Shia. I do want to switch our religion later on. For the rivals, let's pick Ajam, let's go with Qoyunlu, and I would pick Georgia, but the thing with Georgia is that at the start we have a 5 years truce with them, so there's nothing that we can do right now. And you know, you can prey on your luck. You don't necessarily need to rival Qoyunlu. Sometimes they might not have any allies, and it might not even be that bad of a decision to no CB them on the 11th of December if that does happen. But in the majority of the cases they will ally the Ottomans, and it's really a mess. Not something really worth restarting your game for. Now we do have quite a bit of money. Let's see if we can get some good advisors, and yes, we do have morale of armies, which is awesome. Improved relations is gonna help with our vassals, but spy network would also be pretty good. And let's go with production efficiency. This general that we got from our national decision is insane. 5 shock and 2 siege. That is massive. I'm honestly tempted to use him in a war versus Ajam, in the early war, since we did get these claims. Let's also try and spy Mushasha and one of our other neighbors such as Hisin Kaifa, Shirwan, Ardabil, any of these guys. I am so tempted. Yes, we will be declaring this war on Ajam. They only have Shirvan as their ally on the 11th of December, so quickly, let's set our war goal. Let's go belligerent Shirvan declare. And now let's aim to complete the mission Princess of Persia, for which we need to start building spy network and have at least 25. So then we get 10% morale of armies and perma claims, which will allow us to core the provinces that we will take cheaper. We will need more soldiers. I'm getting the Grand Company. I think I'm gonna quickly beat this 2000 stack up, and then we will move up to Shirvan, take them out first. By the way, I think it might be a good idea to delete the fort in Mosul, as the terrain is not really good. It's in drylands. We have better forts in Tabriz and other locations. So far this is going really well. We're destroying everyone around us. Now let's see how this goes. Will our vassal help us? Because a jam is locked, but he only has one shock. We should be fine here even without our vassal. Yeah, look at that, man. This might even be a wipe. Nearly. Another crazy thing is that Qoyunlu did not get any allies. I was talking about how they will get one with the Ottomans, and of course it doesn't happen. So we're trying to build spy network, but we might get some claims anyways. And we got a new heir. He's garbage. We will need to reroll once again. Good thing is that Shirvan is pretty much done. This is nice. We also get a good event increasing our production efficiency and lowering the unrest. Full annexation. 25 aggressive expansion is cool. Oh, there we go. We're getting some good advisors. I had a different event for admin advisor as well. So we have this 50% cheaper stab cost one and spy network. This is actually really good. We have to, right? This guy still doesn't have allies. What are you even doing, Qoyunlu? Even though I won't be paying too much attention to them right now, it's still good to be in this war just in case. Timurid's leader has died, which finally unlocks us Princess of Persia. Tons of permaclaims, morale of armies, super nice. Now for the next mission, Strike the Heart of Iran, we will need additionally to take 8 provinces, which we will take in this war. So this is an interesting event, the Mausoleum of the Turkmen Emirs. It gives us 2 options. We can simply get 50 admin power, or we can lose 100 admin power and get a modifier until the end of the game, giving us national unrest -1 and yearly legitimacy plus 0.50. Admin points early on are so important, but I'm really down to have national unrest reduction, so I'm gonna click the first option. And I think what I'm gonna do is just go here and set admin points as your national focus so we can get more. Let's go ahead and grab some additional manpower from our government decision. Conscript from tribes. This starts construction of 6 Muslim cavalry archers, and we can go to our capital and just cancel these and get 6,000 manpower in return. So that's nice, guys. We can go ahead and finish our first war. This is what my peace deal will look like. Pretty much we're taking a half of a jam. There is only a slight coalition, nothing to worry about. And boom, just like that, we are getting 100 admin points. So the admin points that we just spent back. Army tradition from battles plus 50%. We have broken the enemy's morale, and therefore, while this modifier is active, winning battles against the Timurids has a 10% chance for their men to desert, giving us 2,000 manpower. I wonder how badly this can be abused. In addition, we get some permaclaims in areas in Persia, Mashhad, and more. And if we would complete this mission while supporting the independence of any Timurid subject, we would also receive Diplo Relations +1 and aggressive expansion impact -10% for 20 years. We can do this, and I'm interested in doing this. We just need to get positive relations with one of their vassals. So Afghanistan in this case will be the best one for me. Let's improve. And we can concentrate development at least in one area, saving a bit of points. Before I forget, you get the hell out of here. Military Divided is such a nice event, and in this case we not only have choices between fort defense and siege ability, but a different choice of additional 5 years, as our ruler has a bold fighter trait, so we get 15 years siege ability plus 10%. And finally we have the event that I was talking about, which allows us to get rid of that nasty modifier that we got from the start, the death of Ispend Mirza. I'm not reading all of that. Basically, we can reject this event, or we can click the first option, abolishing the privilege, reducing our Emir's state loyalty by 20 and spawning 21 rebels. Let's move our troops to Baghdad. We are spawning the rebels. There we go. So these guys are quite tough, but we got them. We have managed to support Afghanistan, so now we can complete this mission and get all of the rewards. So the next one in this path would be us ensuring that no provinces in Persia region are owned by the Timurids. Now let's go ahead and grab level 4 military. This is gonna help quite a ton. We got rid of these annoying rebels, so now we can also delete the fort in Shirvan. Once again, it's a drylands fort, not that useful. We don't have devastation, so there we go. Like for example, this is also not good. We have a mountains fort, and right next to it we have a highlands one. We don't need it. There we go. This is lovely. We are taking out Qoyunlu fully. Now the coalition is, yeah, we do have a slight coalition. So maybe we can try and search for some allies. I gotta say, this list is not that great, you know. Pretty much only one province minors and some really weak nations that would like to ally us. However, if we work on it, Poland and Hungary are actual options, and these really do interest me because the Ottomans might be a problem. We directly border them now. So since Poland is significantly stronger than Hungary because they own Lithuania, let's try and improve relations with them first. Because some of these smaller guys are about to enter the coalition, I'm gonna straight up declare you're not entering any coalitions. And Biapas, yeah, they're allied with the Timurids and Gazikumuk, probably not gonna declare on these guys. Hisenkaifa, this nation, we do not have a claim, so they might enter, which is unfortunate. Because we supported the independence of Afghanistan, we have been brought into the Afghan war for independence, and we have the Ottomans on our side. So honestly, in this war, I'm not aiming to take anything, I'm just aiming to take the white piece so that we have a truce and the Timurids cannot join the coalition. I think this is amazing. I'm also gonna go ahead and take new loans now that they are 150 ducats each instead of 80 something. Oh, come on. One thing that we have been unlucky with is the heirs. These have been really bad. How about we upgrade our admin advisor? We need these points. Now we will gain 12 per month, which is not too bad. And we're pretty much maxed out with our vassal relations, so we can start enforcing religion to increase it even more, plus 200. Now this one with Karabakh might hurt a little bit because it's plus 100 liberty desire, but now we disable direct trade, it's 82. We can placate once, it's 72, and then also secure a royal marriage. And I think I'm just gonna finish this by developing their provinces a few times so that they're not rebellious anymore. That's right, let's get the white piece. And now that we're out of this war, there is another thing that we will do. We're going to take a Merce right for diet call and automatically complete our agenda, which will give us 65% loyalty and 2 agendas completed as well. We can complete the mission A Merce of Mesopotamia this way, get some additional permaclaims, and seize lands to get 17% crowns. A lot of nations have entered the coalition, so for now it's time to chill for at least a little while. We could continue expanding, we could go after Mushasha, we could go after nations like Dulkadir, you know, in Anatolia, but I would rather not escalate the coalition even more. What we can do now is begin integrating our vassals. There we go, both of them at the same time. Absolutely hate the corruption event. We normally would lose 1 stability or get corruption and lose 25 gov reform progress, but because our ruler is incorruptible, we only lose 25 admin points. Now this is way worse. We cannot avoid this one. Minus 20% national tax modifier. Whoa, that's sick. Look at Afghanistan expansion. They went crazy ham. And we have 15 favors with these boys. I honestly think I will keep them as an ally. It's not that bad. Oh, the Ottomans have entered the coalition. This is not good. Can we get Poland? That is the question. Not yet. I wish we had positive prestige because we could then insult one of their rivals, but it's only minus 57 to 52. Okay, so the annexation is about to be finished. We're gonna take a Merce integration policy. We now have both of our vassals integrated. However, the bad events don't stop. Now we do lose 1 stability, which really sucks. However, the good thing is that we might be able to complete another mission. Briefly, I'm gonna disable all of our forts. So disable this and this. Disable armies. We have a plus balance, which means that we can now stabilize the interior. It will give us 30 tribal allegiance, manpower recovery speed plus 10%, province worker cost minus 10% for 20 years, and a bunch of permaclaims. Now, because we eliminated Qoyunlu, we can also complete dismantle Qoyunlu. We will gain a subjugation casus belli on all Anatolian nations other than the Ottomans, unfortunately. This casus belli will last for 25 years, and once again we get a bunch of permaclaims. Now, I'm not sure if we will use these subjugation casus bellis, but it's quite fun. As much as I hate this, we have to pay 50% more because of our religious unity. We still have to boost our stability. Yeah, this sucks. We can now go ahead and insult someone like the Teutonic Order, and now Poland likes us, so we finally have a good alliance. I would say the coalition is not going to declare now, at least. And since we're not yet going for any wars, let's use this peacetime to reduce our autonomy in most of these provinces. And because our economy really sucks so much right now, I'm also gonna fully core some of our new provinces. Azerbaijani is an accepted culture, so let's focus coring these Azerbaijani ones first. I don't believe my eyes. How generous are the Mamluks? They paid off the entire debt of Hisenkaifa, amounting up to 9.9 ducats. Wow, boys, don't hurt yourself. So I think for our next war, we're gonna go after the Timurids. It's gonna be after 1 more year. These guys are still relatively strong, but we can take additional cav combat ability. This is gonna be nice. This might result in a few loans, but I will also take additional cav units from conscript from tribes ability. No, our amazing general died. We have to take a new one. This one's not too bad as well. Force shock, I'll take it. And we can use this as well. Maybe we will get even a better one. No, not really. Yup, boys, it's time to roll. We're on our own and versus many nations, including even Nogai. I, however, still think that we got this, and I don't want to risk the Timurids entering the coalition. This would put us in a really tough position. We would have to wait and wait for many years before we can do any worse. I'm doing this anyways. Now, at least this guy is just standing, so we can kill him off right quick. And we can try and focus someone like Gazikumok, remove them from the war. Nice, so needed that. I so needed that. +1 stability is gonna go a long way. Okay, first guy that we're removing from the war, I'm just gonna take their money. We can take tier 2 government reform. We are definitely gonna go with 20% increased national manpower modifier. Holy crap, guys, what the hell are you doing here? This is a massive meeting. Can we chase these guys down? I don't like what they're doing here. Yeah, we can. Hey, that's what you get. And we can even catch the last stack over here. I think we killed off like 30,000 soldiers or something like that in a quick succession here. Whoa! What in the world? Never have I seen that. Out of all nations, Sandar owns a huge part of Georgia. Oh, and these guys are a vassal of the Ottomans. Okay, I don't like this. I don't like this one tiny bit. At least we have now level 4 admin technology. Not coring provinces for a while is a breath of fresh air for sure. This is probably a really good thing that Nogai was in this war, because they're really behind in technology and they're fighting 2 other hordes at the same time. I think we're just gonna quickly snatch like 200 ducats from them. Hey, that's really cool. We're getting prospering times now in the province of Araka. I'm gonna invest in military. What did I say, man? Nogai, definitely one of the friendliest nations. We're gonna get 235 ducats. Thank you so much. The Safavid Order. I'm pretty sure this is one of the new events added in 1.36, the previous patch. We will lose 100 mil points, but in return, conscript from tribes government interaction will now grant us 1 year worth of manpower and a couple of other goodies for 10 years. I think it's entirely worth it. Huge battle, but we're overpowering these guys. Our armies are significantly stronger. The only bad thing about this war is that tons of rebels are spawning and we constantly have to kill these as well. So our manpower is pretty much just destroyed. We will need to start hiring some mercenaries. So it's definitely time to take some manpower. Not only we're getting 3,600 manpower from this because we took the upgrade from the event, but obviously, once again, we cancel these units and we in total get 10,000 from this one interaction. In such early parts of the campaign, it's amazing. Yeah, we're taking this without Renaissance. It's a bit more expensive, but it's time to unlock level 5 admin because now we will be unlocking our first idea group. I would normally pick up diplomatic ideas. However, I do plan to go for aristocratic, but I don't want to do it just yet. So I'm going to take espionage. It's gonna be quite nice with aggressive expansion impact reduction. There's some other goodies such as advisor cost reduction, diplomat, siege ability, but it also has quite a nice policy giving us additional 10% cav combat ability when combined with aristocrat ideas, so I'm interested to get that. And let's unlock a couple of these right now. This is a very, very annoying war, I gotta say. But we are pretty much doing the work here. We pieced out a major part of these nations, and it's only really a matter of time because they are drained, completely drained out of manpower and units. And while we were fighting this long war, we have been improving relations, so look at that, there's pretty much no more coalition. We'll see how that looks after this war though. Our spies discover a good bureaucrat. I don't think I have ever seen this event before. I love this artwork though, this guy is like behind a curtain listening to diplomats, this is crazy. Yeah, sure, give me some admin points, thank you. Oh, that's pretty good timing. We're getting a core on Kashan, 7th development province, not too bad. And so I think this is gonna be a decent enough peace deal. 135 ducats and tons of provinces in Persia. One additional province from which I will release a vassal. They did integrate Fars. So just like that, Fars is going to be our new subject. Okay, sweet. You know what? It's definitely time to sell some titles. We get additional money. We do have 12 loans, so it's time to at least repay a couple of those. It might be possible for us to ask for knowledge sharing, so I'm gonna try and improve relations with Genoa. Let's see if we can do that. Otherwise, we will need to develop our province a little bit or just continue concentrating development and maybe upgrade our centers of trade eventually. I think we can do a war versus Mazandran, which is allied with Mushasha, and we can co-belligerent them. Yeah, exactly. Let's do that. I definitely did forget to disinherit this guy, but I have been reminded, which is great. For once, Hunting Accident is helping us out. Well, okay. How many times can we... Oh my god. I don't think it's gonna be possible for us in this campaign to get a good heir. I don't know, man. Oh, would you look at that? Mamluks have annexed Syria, which means we ourselves can now release it. And that's exactly what I'm gonna do after this war, and I think our next war is actually going to be versus the Mamluks, because our expansion buffs are very limited, and just like that we are continuing our expansion with the full annexation of Moshasha, as well as Mazandaran. Perfect. With this done, we can go ahead and complete yet another mission, claim Basra, giving us free base production in the province of Basra, and the modifier Entrepot of Persia, given +1 number of manufactories, and local trade modifier plus 50%, as well as additional permaclaims. The Mamluks just entered the coalition. Alright, we will have to wait a little bit. I will still release Syria. We will go for this war later. Finally, we have a decent heir. This is acceptable. It's time to pick our first stage of discovery bonus. It's going to be aggressive expansion impact -10%. We can now get 25% national manpower modifier from our national ideas, and additional siege ability as well as spy network construction from the third espionage idea, which is massive. And with this Diplo reputation guy, we might be able to finally ask Genoa to share knowledge. Yes, we can. I wish the Ottomans were not in the coalition. It would probably be a good way to declare right now, because they are fighting Venice and Hungary in the same war. They might have issues with that. I think I'm, however, gonna do a quick expansion with Georgia. We can take these remaining provinces. Honestly, because I don't want to spend our admin points, it would probably be a good decision to even make them a vassal after we conquer the provinces. Yeah, I'll definitely do that. Now at this point, considering that we are paying 3 ducats for knowledge sharing still, and we have tons of forts, we are not doing that bad economically, to be honest. And we're gonna boost our economy a tiny bit more with advisor costs -15%. I love these debase currency events. We can just go ahead, debase currency, lose to corruption, and we get free money. Alright boys, here we go. Georgia is ours. We're going to take it out. Coalition is not growing, good in that department. We can concentrate development, and we're not going to core this up. We're going to release them. And we did it this way simply because we get free development and we don't have any negative modifiers except for the religion one. So it's going to be relatively easy to integrate them. Now, because we have completed the requirements for patronize arts and literature, for the prestige capital has Renaissance present, and we have all the advisors. We get technology cost -5%, institution spread in true faith provinces plus 25%, and a really good level 2 philosopher, which I'm definitely gonna go ahead and recruit right now, because we only need to pay 1 ducat for a level 2 advisor. We have to upgrade this guy. We need admin points. Because of our excess mill points, we're going to improve the province of Baghdad. We will need this to be at least 20 development for one of the missions anyways, so we can spend some points, expand infrastructure, and keep going for a bit. Now we can sell titles. What I'm gonna do with this money is upgrade some centers of trade. We're going to upgrade 4 of them. There we go, this is the last one. Now we need 1,000 ducats to embrace Renaissance. It's going to be a big investment, but I'm going to take out some loans. I'll probably replace these 150 ones as well. This is gonna help us to get on track with all of the technologies. Basically, we're starting our golden era. We are embracing our renaissance. Now we can take this level 6, level 6. We're gonna be rocking 12 loans, which is still acceptable, but this already puts us to the 2nd place in the great power list. And since we are no longer paying for knowledge sharing, we're actually making money right now. I think I will try to reload the game, because Mamluks should be leaving the coalition. They have less than 50 aggressive expansion. Let's see if that helps. Well, that didn't help. I even waited a couple of months. They're just not leaving it. We can now pick up our tier 3 government reform. I will be going for additional religious unity and stab cost modifier reduction. I think this is gonna help, and eventually, because we will change our religion, we will have even bigger issues with the religious unity. Okay, we only need to build a workshop in Baghdad. We have everything else. That's right, with this last building completed, we can complete Custodian of Baghdad, given free base tax, local development cost modifier -10%, and possible number of buildings +2 in that province. It would be quite easy to complete the next mission. However, we're not that lucky, and we don't have these traits, and we don't have level 5 or 5 skill points in admin for the ruler. Maybe this guy will get the traits that we need. Alright, we can finally take level 7 admin and military. Now this is going to be great. We're going to take aristocratic ideas. Let's unlock one of those. Cav combat ability +15%. I will need a loan. We're making money, so there's no issue with that. And we can get some cannons. Finally, we can get some cannons. It's gonna be super useful because we're about to start our next war versus the Timurids. Our truce just expired. Since these bastards didn't leave the coalition, I'm talking about the Mamluks and the Ottomans, this is pretty much our only expansion path right now. And now we can also unlock another espionage idea. Super nice, because we're also getting core creation cost minus 10% as well as province war score cost minus 5%. Such a nice idea, man. Governor of Azerbaijan. We're quite ahead of time, so it's time to start quarrying more provinces, but what we need to do first is fix our admin efficiency problem. So we're going to need to take at least one of these land rights. Please give us cav to infantry ratio plus 20%. This is going to be super nice. And stability. Yes, please. So this guy is still level 5. Let's not play around. This time we're going for a reconquest. Let's destroy him. Now, this does interest me. Skill for a diplomat, 50% cheaper, eh? Don't mind if we do. This time, the war is going like 10 times easier than the previous one. We have a total beast of a nation right now. 25,000 soldiers. Don't care. We're nearly finished with espionage ideas. Super nice. Oh, wow. Yeah, so we have tribal succession crisis, boys. Our heir dies. That kind of sucks. Had one more year passed, he wouldn't have died, but look at that. Our next ruler is going to be 643. This is insane. This is honestly insane. And he also got a good trait. I'm starting to really enjoy this campaign. Sind, we can peace out, and that's quite a bit of money. I do like that. Beautiful. Oh yeah, so we only need to get 10 base tags here. We did get what we need, at least 5 admin skill. Yeah, we can develop this 3 more times for sure. There we go, another mission done. Idea cost minus 10% for 10 years. That's super nice. Actually, you know what? Let's take this at the exact time when we can unlock the next ideas. It will help us push aristocratic way faster. Oh, finally, yes. The Mamluks and the Ottomans have left the coalition, which means we will be going after one of these boys after this war. Could we get Poland to join? That's the question. Attitude towards enemies minus 60. Do they actually have good attitude towards the Ottomans? What in the world? They're improving relations. Are you serious? No way, bro. Let's reduce opinion. There we go, Poland. Maybe you should rethink your actions, bro. So I'm gonna give all of this nice chunk to our boy Fars. And our war is finished. We just need to make sure that we complete Break Timur's bloodline, for which we need to take all of these marked provinces, as well Golestan. Oh, that's disgusting. I think we will lack one province. Okay, let's not take Golestan in this case. Screw that, we're gonna take it in next war. Oh wait, yeah, we can still complete the mission, because it has to be directly Timurids owning these provinces, so Golestan doesn't actually matter. We're not gonna get the secondary benefits, but we will get permaclaims on Khorasan region. We get until the end of the game prestige decay minus 1% and 25 prestige, which is quite nice. Alright, cool. Lovely war for sure. Wow, we have been getting this event constantly. This is like the 3rd time, and it gives us points upon points. This is so good. And stability. So many good events lately. I'm loving this. We can restore our crownlands to 20%. This is quite stable. Something's wrong with the Ottomans. They have super low morale right now, and it might be a really good time to strike. So let's begin. We're going to declare. Let's make it a conquest of Ankara, because this is a fort. It will be quite easy to hold on to it, and we will invite both Poland and Afghanistan. We ourselves will focus Transoxiana, get them out of the war as soon as possible, and then just full force go versus the Ottomans. We got this, boys. Let's go. He's not wasting time and going after our forts. However, in the meantime, Poland, I think, is gonna do a great job. And we can also remove Gazikumuk. Let's barrage this. So I left Gazikumuk's alliance with Ottomans so that we could use them to shorten the truce with them. With Transoxiana, the situation is gonna be different. I wanna break the alliance. There, beautiful. Break the alliance and give us maximum cash. We're only getting 140, which is not that much, but it's something. Because in the meantime we have been developing our provinces, we can also complete this mission, which gives us an event with a huge wall of text. Most importantly, we're getting a university in one of our provinces, possible number of buildings +1, innovativeness gain, and this prevents the comet-sighted event from firing. Now, this is something that I truly enjoy. Comet-sighted, one of my worst enemies. I think we're just incredibly powerful at this moment, because the Ottomans are just afraid to engage in any battles. We are free to do whatever we want here. I would like to get a nice general. With 80 tradition, should be good. Yeah, look at that, man. 6 shock, 2 siege. Not too bad, you know. This is a bit expensive, 175 points, but I'm gonna boost our stability because we're maxed out. And for one of the missions, we will also need to have free stability. You know, before I do forget, let's get rid of our air. I don't like the stats. Now it's about time we complete the House of Wisdom. Espionage ideas done. Where the hell do we put our admin points? That's the biggest question. I think let's just search for provinces with a high development, like develop them once, these ones especially which are at 14 dev, because then we can just go and expand infrastructure in them. So I think I'm gonna do it with all of these provinces. Now the war is certainly finished with us taking over Constantinople. Let's aim to take as many provinces as possible that are necessary for Anatolian turnabout mission. Hey, I think we can do something like this. I don't want to take too much money because most of it is not even going towards us, so there's no point to. But this is a ton of provinces and we have direct access to Karaman, which we can attack next. But that we can do in the second part of this run. If you guys want to see this run continue, then let's get 1000 likes. Leave your thoughts in the comments, make sure to subscribe. I actually really want to continue this run because we would be forming Persia and there's just so much more to explore in this mission tree. We only did like maybe 30% of this initial mission tree, not even the Persian missions. It's 1490, we are doing incredibly well with Qara Qoyunlu. Super strong, we have Ottomans under our control, we're about to, you know, start a war with Karaman and the Mamluks. Probably a good time to also dissolve the alliance with Afghanistan because we will take care of the remains of Timurids and then they're blocking our expansion. So yeah, enough talking, I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much to our YouTube channel members and Patreon supporters Woeno, the Whale Biologist, Lazar, and Nikolas. Your support is greatly appreciated.